Hello, hello. My name is Megan Larson and I'm an adoptee. I was adopted at 3 months old and put into foster care as soon as I was born. My birth parents were 16 and 19, and so they decided to give me away. And I've just living as an adoptee for the last 30 plus years. And today I want to talk about the the self-sabotaging adoptee. And the reason I want to talk about that is because it's something that I actually thought was just me, which I find a lot of adoptees feel that way. That the things that they struggle with or the feelings that they have are only them. Like they're the only ones in the world who have those feelings. But the more that I talk to other adoptees, I realize that we have very similar feelings. Not all of us, of course. We all have different journeys. We all have different lives. But for some of us, the self-sabotage is real and horrific, to be honest. I have previously, in the past, self-sabotaged myself in every area. In health, in wellness, in finances, in success, career-wise or otherwise. And I could never figure out what the heck was going on and why I kept failing. And so it wasn't until I really started researching just your thoughts and your actions and your words and the importance of them and how you're literally creating pathways in your brain for either good or bad. And one thing that adoptees tend to have in common, again, I'm not speaking for all adoptees, just the ones who have this in common, is that we self-sabotage. And one of the ways that we do that is, again, through finances, through health and wellness. There are many of us who have struggled with our weight for many, many years. I actually didn't start to struggle with my weight until I had my first child, and then it was like an uphill battle from then on. And I'm sure going through cancer in 2012 did not help the matter because of all the steroids they pumped me with and all the chemotherapy. However, it was a real source of frustration for me and a real struggle. And I've also in the past struggled with self-sabotage in financial areas. It was like no matter what I did, I always seemed to be in the same amount of debt. And it was crazy because I would go through, and look through all of my New Year's resolutions and see year after year after year, I'm going to pay off, $20,000 worth of debt, $20,000 worth of debt every single year. It was the same debt, no matter how much I paid off. I'm happy to say that I am now debt-free and I plan to stay that way. And I'd be happy to share that information with you if you want to know how I did it, but that's kind of not the point of this video. So self-sabotaging adoptees is a real thing. And I just want you to know that it doesn't have to always be that way. You don't have to stay stuck in the cycle of self-sabotage. And you shouldn't stay stuck because you don't deserve to constantly sabotage yourself in ways that you may not even realize. It's like just when you think that everything is going well, something happens. Just when you're almost at your goal, boom, something happens. And often, or nothing happens, but you just don't reach it. You're like, what is going on? It likely is self-sabotage, and there are definitely ways that you can become aware of it and stop doing it. One thing is daily affirmations in the morning, and just being really, really aware of what you're speaking and what you're thinking, and stopping saying things like, I don't know, because you do know. And stopping saying things like, it's too hard, it's not too hard, I can do this. And just kind of focusing on the positive and keeping your words positive. You have no idea the effect that your words have on your mind. And so when you begin to retrain your brain to think positively, to speak positively, to refuse to allow that negativity to overtake your life, then doors start opening, things start happening, and you realize that you're no longer self-sabotaging your own success, and you can be your biggest cheerleader, because for adoptees, sometimes we are our only cheerleader. Let's be honest. So I'm cheering for you. I would love to be your biggest cheerleader besides yourself. So if you want to connect with me, please do. You can check out the blog post, and I do have a private group that's for adoptees only. I would love to have you in there. And again, just start speaking positively, and I will talk to you later.